Welcome to Crosstalk Solutions. My name's Chris, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Yealink CP920 conference phone. Now, I love this phone. This is actually our go-to conference phone when people ask and they need a conference phone for their business. In fact, when people come up to me and they say, "Hey Chris, what's your go-to conference phone?" I always tell them, it's the Yealink CP920. And there's a ton of reasons why I like this phone. First of all, it's one of the most cost-effective conference phones on the market. It's $315, or I should say our price on this is $315. However, if you are in the market for one of these phones, I'm running a special right now. If you mention this video when you're purchasing the phone from me, I will drop the price down to $300 even for you. So that's a great deal on a conference room phone. A lot of the Polycom IP6000, IP7000s, those are much more expensive. For a basic small or medium-sized conference room, this is absolutely perfect. The build quality is amazing. It's super solid. It can be powered by PoE, which you can see I'm only powering it by PoE here, or it does also come with a separate 12-volt DC power adapter as well. And that's actually really nice. There's a couple of cool options here because this conference phone has both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in. So if you have a conference room with like a desk in the center, and maybe you have power in the floor, but you don't have network, this will work over Wi-Fi. Again, it also does have Bluetooth, which I'm not sure exactly why you'd want Bluetooth with this, maybe for a Bluetooth headset or maybe for outputting to a external Bluetooth speaker or something. I've never actually used the Bluetooth in this, but it does have it if you're going to use it. So the Ethernet port on the back does support PoE. It's a 10100 only, and there's no out, right? So this is just a standard 10100 Ethernet port. There's really no need for it to be anything crazier than that. You certainly don't need gigabit for this phone. And it has a big speaker right on top. This guy right here is the speaker. And then there's microphones all the way around it. So you got microphones on each of these sort of three sides of the triangle, or three angles of the triangle shape of this thing. And it can pick up voice in full 360 degrees, and the range that it picks up voice is 6 meters in every direction, or about 20 feet in every direction. So if your conference room is like 10 feet by 20 feet, and this is kind of like right in the center, or even off to the side, this is perfect. It's gonna be very well suited for that conference room. It has a 3.1-inch touchscreen display up front, and all of these buttons here are touch sensitive. So like they're not actual buttons, they're just touch sensitive. So I'm hitting mute here on the side, and you got a mute here, and then a mute down here right in the center. Because, you know, of course, people, when they're on a conference call, they like to hit that mute button so they can talk amongst themselves or make fun of whomever's on the phone. I certainly do that myself. Okay, and then these buttons down here, again, are touch sensitive, but they're very responsive. So you can see rings. 2, check 2. Hello, hello. Test, test, test. Check, check, check. Hello, hello. And of course, the sound quality doesn't come across the microphone setup here and across YouTube very well, but the sound quality on this is superb. It's actually really, really good. And then it has everything else that you would want in a Yealink phone. I mean, most conference room phones are literally just there to make phone calls. So you don't typically need a lot of extra features, but it does have your call history. It has do not disturb. It has a directory button on it if you want to scroll through and find other people that are in the office. And this will do 5-way conference calling right on the phone itself. But of course, in most cases with free PBX, you're just going to be dialing into a conference bridge. As far as setup, it's very, very easy to set up with free PBX. In fact, let's go over here to my computer and we'll take a quick look at how to set this thing up with free PBX. Here we are inside the GUI interface for the Yealink CP920. By default, the username and password is admin. So once you log in, make sure you change that default password to something secure. And then what we're going to do here is click on account. And you can see that right now I'm already registered, but by default, this line active is going to be set to disabled. So the first thing you want to do is click enabled on line active, give the phone a label, a display name, register name, and username. This is all information from the extension in FreePBX. Then you give it your SIP password. Again, that comes from FreePBX. And then finally, you give it a host. And the host can either be an IP address of your phone system or the fully qualified domain name of your phone system. In this case, this is connected to the fully qualified domain name of a Crosstalk Cloud 50 hosted PBX system. Then just click confirm, and basically you're all done. There's really not much more configuration to this thing. You certainly don't need to purchase the free PBX Endpoint Manager if you just have a couple of these phones. They're very easy to set up on their own. The only other thing that you might want to consider doing is if you click on Advanced, over here you're going to see voicemail. It's very rare that a conference room phone is going to have voicemail or a voicemail box, but if you do have a voicemail box on your conference room phone, you want to make sure you put *97, and then that way when you hit the voicemail button on the conference room phone, it'll dial into the correct voicemail box. Okay, once you're done with that, make sure you just click confirm, and you should be up and running. At that point, you can call the conference room phone, and it can send and receive calls. Check, check, check. Hello, hello. All right, there you go. So final thoughts. Again, this is our go-to device for conference rooms. We sell a ton of these, and I've never had one returned, knock on wood, and I've never had a customer complain about them. Everyone loves these conference phones. So if you're in the market for a conference phone, this one is great. Now, if you have a larger conference room, or if you just like a fancier phone, if you're a fancy type person, they do make the CP920, which is a very similar form factor, except this whole front here is an Android display, right? So they've got an Android display. It's more expensive though. So the CP920 with the full color Android operating system and display is $490. But it does have the option, if you want to pay for it, to have wireless microphones. So the CP920, this one cannot do extra wireless microphones. The CP920 has little wireless microphones that sit in a dock, and then you can just take them off and spread them around the room wherever you need them. It comes with 2 wireless microphones, and that is $580 for the CP920 with the wireless mics. Again, that would really be for if you have a super large conference room and you needed mics sort of all over the place. For the market that we sell into, the SMB and small enterprise market, this one is usually perfectly adequate. And I absolutely love it. Like I said, this is one of my favorite phones, and I don't often get to have them here in my office, so I wanted to make sure I did a video on it while I had it. And yeah, we've been selling these things for years. We absolutely love them. Okay, so if you are interested in the Yealink CP920 or any phone system needs, phones, phone servers, or full turnkey PBX setups, make sure you contact Crosstalk Solutions. We will absolutely help you out and get you sorted and well on your way to an awesome PBX solution. If you guys enjoyed this video, oh, one thing I forgot to mention, got a USB port on the side. This can do separate USB call recording to like a USB thumb drive. That's pretty cool too. Okay, so if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please click subscribe. My name's Chris with Crosstalk Solutions, and thank you so much for watching.